welcome to the pre-party. Jordan, is my office clean? I don't even think about that. Yeah. It is. I'm going to show, now you're on. Oh, of course, Caleb drinking his coffee. Say hi.
Hi.
What up?
Hey, Caleb, as we start out, as people trickle in, I want to show you something I got today.
Okay.
This is the first ever live unboxing on the Passion Creek channel. I got a gift from Green Hill Baptist Church. I cut it beforehand. I didn't look at it yet, but I cut it because how embarrassing is that? You know, like you're really struggling to open. So I complained the other day because all my friends, Caleb, I don't know, I know we don't have the same friends, but all my pastor friends got the free CSB Bible. They got it for free. They got it sent to them for free. Did you see that?
Well, no, but you told me about it, and you were like, I want one, and I was like, wow, okay. I can't believe you actually managed to get one for free.
Yeah, so this one, I don't know, Trey Van Camp from Green Hill, they said, we'll take care of you. So they are a great church in Tennessee that supports us. I was just there in January. It was right before this madness went on. I was there when Kobe Bryant passed away. And Caleb, you were preaching that day, right?
Oh, cool.
Yeah, that does. Tell them I want one.
Again. All right. This is amazing. Dude. You should feel it. Feel it.
Wow.
Oh, that makes you want to read your Bible even more. Guys, seriously, there is this a terrible thing to you, Caleb? Wow. They say if you ever want to read your Bible and you're feeling like in a funk, get a new one. And it like inspires you to read again, which might be a superficial reason, but wow. So my preaching Bible is broken. So I think this might be my new preaching Bible. Does that make sense? Would that be good? It's verse by verse. David, don't you already have one? So it's not, I don't know how to describe that, but it's verse by verse, which is pretty cool.
So if I just make a YouTube channel and start asking people for things, will I get free stuff too, or is that not?
Ask and you shall receive kind of deal. Ask, seek, knock. It's very biblical. Goats. They got me the goat skin leather.
Hey, you've been wanting that for a really long time.
This is expensive.
A very long time.
Yeah.
Dude, you can tell. and it's got 3 bookmarks. 3 ribbons. Hello, everyone. I'm so excited. As we're going to be joining back together live next week in person, I'm going to unveil this new Bible. I'm so excited.
We're happy for you.
We're very excited for you.
Yeah, how else do you guys respond? I'm so sorry. All right, Caleb.
I have a Bible, so.
What'd you say?
Nothing.
You got a study Bible just now, so.
That one's cool.
She uses it a lot.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Right on. See, I don't have one of those. Make sure you guys comment below. We'd love to see how you're doing. Let us know if you guys have any questions about, I don't know what. Anytime they chatter like that, I get so nervous. Jordan, how are you doing today?
Good. Yeah, it's been an adjustment working nights, and so it actually isn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be like way more tired. It's normally just the first day, like when I get off work, that first day is rough, but then I'm like totally fine, which is nice. And then you've like really, just shout out to you. You've really stepped up and done a lot of stuff for me, so I'm very thankful.
Thanks. Well, it's just it's not babysitting. It's just parenting.
No, it's not.
That's what I was gonna say.
But I mean, like you do the dishes a lot more. Like you do a lot of other stuff that like
That's right.
normally.
That's right.
I don't know. Anyways.
It's been fun. It's been all right. The Parks, which assume you're still on here, they know all about graveyards. Dave and Alexa did graveyard shift for like ever. Okay, Mason's working on tile right now, so that is tiring. That like gets your back all messed up and everything. I always loved nights. 10 years. That's what I thought. 10 years
crazy.
of it. I love nights because I love to sleep at night. That's my favorite thing. So Caleb and Shelby, you guys had this whole plan of what we're going to be talking about today. So do you want to detail that? What are How about you guys start the topic of discussion first?
Which topic? Anyone we want?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Jordan, have you seen Have you seen the topic on Instagram?
Okay, I didn't know what you were talking about, but I think I do, but explain it.
It's like where you put like candy or something in front of them, and then you say like, okay, I'm going to go to the bathroom, but you can't eat it. And when I come back, if you don't eat it, then you can have some. And then you like have a camera set up, and you like see if they eat it when you go.
Oh, she totally will.
I just want you to do it. I feel like everybody in our church with like that age, I don't know how old, like 2?
Yeah, she's
almost 3, 2
but
and a half.
I know. I feel like Trinity's a little bit too young, but
Yeah.
Faith is definitely like old enough to know, like she would
Right.
sit
She
and
has
not
to,
eat it.
like,
Yeah, a
age.
certain age.
I feel
I
like
don't know if Sayla could do it. I don't know.
It's oh, go
I
ahead.
would love to see Sayla's faces, like
They're
when
like
she's
the
alone and
contemplating, like, do I eat it? Do I not? Like,
That's what I like because like all the videos on Instagram are funny because they go away for a long time and then the kids will like talk to themselves and like play games and like look at the candy and like touch it and move it around and like.
There's one kid
so
who
funny.
like picked it up and licked it.
Yeah.
I'll have to try that with Sayla. I feel like it'd be really funny.
Yeah,
That
I
would be
feel like
funny.
for sure. So you should do that.
Okay, we'll do that. I think that's a great vlog idea.
For sure. Yeah.
Boom. What's your next topic? No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so y'all, in case you didn't know, again, a week from today, we're inviting all of our volunteers. If you've literally served in any capacity the last 12 months, and don't tell anybody, but if you come and you haven't served in a while, but you're coming, we're not gonna like wait a minute and like check the list. Just come on in. But we think it's important to do a couple, 2 phases as we get back into this. But Sunday night, 6 o'clock at Heart Cry Church, we're gonna be back together. What we decided is to use all of our own gear because the soundboard at Heart Cry, first of all, I don't want to break things. Do you? Can't afford their soundboard. So we just want to use all of our own stuff. But the beauty of that is if we have our own soundboard, we can use our own sound guys and all of our stuff. So we're just like keeping it tight. What's the problem with that, Caleb? What was the challenge we met when we thought, hey, let's use all of our stuff?
Well, we decided in the past to make most of the space that we had at Harkins, some of which wasn't as easily accessible to the public. So behind the stage, which is where we stashed all of our speakers, all of our sound equipment, all of our welcome boxes, pretty much everything, our monitors, the subs, everything, some lights, were all back behind the stage. And for some reason, we didn't think, on the last Sunday we met in person for church, we didn't think to take it, even though we knew there was a chance Harkins was going to shut down.
Biggest mistake of our lives.
And so we left it behind the stage, and we hadn't needed it for recording, but since we decided to go in person and use our own stuff, we had to awkwardly figure out the best way to ask management if we could go in, somehow get just a couple items that we left behind the stage.
And so we had 3 choices, 3 ways to contact the general manager.
This was like half a day too of deciding which route was the best to take.
So we figured, hey, if I call, that kind of seems like I'm going to be cornering him, and kind of like making him make a quick decision. So I thought, no call. The other option, actually we had 4 options, right? Because I was like, Caleb, let's just drive down there.
Yeah.
You weren't a fan of that one. That just kind of seemed strange.
Yeah.
So,
well, that's even more of a cornering.
yeah, that's true. That's very true. The other one was an email. And so then Caleb wrote like a really professional email. That might have been what took half the day. And then I decided, you know what? I'm just going to text message him. So I text him, great guy. And I finally was like, I'm sorry. We're bummed you're not open till July. We have some things. Can you give it to us? And he was kind, although there was some text message, right? Like part of the text we were confused.
Well, he the first thing he said in the text, because the text you sent was, hey, bummed to hear you're not opening. We'd love the opportunity to go grab some stuff. We're meeting at another location, whatever. And he said, that is unfortunate. But yes, someone should be there on Thursday for you to come swing by.
What did that is unfortunate mean? That's what took half the day. Like, oh no.
Is it unfortunate that you put all this stuff under our screen without us knowing?
Yeah. So, and again, 3 years ago, one of the managers was like, just don't tell us. So that's what we did. And it wasn't harming anybody. It was out of the way. We're going to get sued. There's now video evidence of this. I can't believe we're doing this. Long story short, though, I think, okay, he texted, there's going to be people there on Thursday. So we go there on Thursday, and I have never seen Caleb so stressed in my life. You were genuinely nervous, dude.
I felt like I was going to get scolded, like reprimanded for something that I personally wasn't responsible for, but that I willingly took part in.
Well, who's the one that always puts the stuff in there and takes it out?
Yeah.
See, I technically have never had a hand in that. I'm always getting the trailer. Yeah, so I actually, once I was there, I was like, you know what? Let's just do this. So we got there, and I was pumped. I was just happy to get our stuff back. And so he was kind of nice. The hard part was the general manager was there and was just standing there talking to me. And so I just felt terrible because it was like that whole what is it? The hat trick, where it's like, oh my gosh, how much more things are they going to pull out of this hat? That's what it felt like underneath the theater.
Yeah.
So anyways, we got all that done. And the funny part is we were sitting out there and we had so much stuff, we didn't bring the right vehicle to pack it all in. So I had to call my dad for him to come. And there was a couple gals sitting there eating Chick-fil-A behind the Harkins. And they eventually said, are you guys robbing Harkins? Are we complicit in this? Do I need to call the cops? You weren't there for that part, right, Caleb? That was after you left?
Yeah, I had to leave. But it was quite a scene. I mean, I can't imagine what we looked like pulling speaker after speaker. The keyboard was in there, like our old sound bar, like the soundboard, the sound tub, everything.
Yeah.
It
was quite the adventure. But guys, the good news, we got everything. It's all in my office, so I don't have an office anymore. I have a storage room office at HeartCry, and we'll be there 6 o'clock starting this next Sunday, which also means if you ever tune in with us live on YouTube from here on out, it will be at HeartCry until Harkins opens back up, which is likely July. Sometime in July. Haven't given me any dates, nothing really clear. One thing they pointed out is even if they, quote-unquote, wanted to open again, there are no movies playing. Hollywood has shut down. Obviously, they spent all that money on getting their film together. They're not going to show it when, like, most theaters are closed anyways. So that's the situation we're in. That's why we're at HeartCry. We're so grateful for them and their generosity and helping us out. And we can't wait to see everybody. Want to encourage you, of course, keep washing your hands. Somebody said the coronavirus, like, it's crazy how much it affects men more than women. And it's like, somebody's like, duh, because men are pigs and we never wash our hands and we're just gross. So, of course, we're prime targets. So still do all that stuff. Still be clean. If you are feeling sick, please stay home. We'll offer it live to you guys on Sunday nights. If you have been around somebody and you think maybe they have Rona and you've been hanging around them, just exercise caution and maybe you should stay home. So we're really all in this together. High School Musical, did that song go in your head? We're all in this together, and so if we just have to help each other out. Dave Parks says fact.
He also says he could have opened that door.
I know, which is pretty amazing. I wish we just look at his profile picture.
Is it his
SWAT gear? Yeah, it's like SWAT gear. So
yeah,
would have gotten us in so much more trouble.
Yeah. You know what I'm excited about though, and I don't want to make a big deal about this because there's amazing things at Harkins. We're excited to go back to Harkins, but I'm excited after the service. We don't have to hurry up and tear down. We can hang out for a while. I'm pretty pumped about that.
Yeah.
It's going to be good stuff. So here's the problem, guys. I thought that would take us all the way to 10, and it didn't. So Jim and Alan, Jim's in the house. Jim and Alan spent all day yesterday getting our trailer looking way better. It's funny. I dropped it off Friday night, and they wrapped it. So now it's like a burgundy. It's not red. It's burgundy with our logo on it. It looks really nice. And I was driving it home, and just the short drive from Alan's house to my dad's house, Britt saw it. And Britt's like, did you get a new trailer? And that was pretty cool. So thank you, Jim and Alan. Wrapping is no joke. Like, so much detail. So it looks really nice.
How come you didn't take a picture?
I did.
Oh. Well, you asked, did you show, because you asked them, did you see it? And then, did you show them what it looked like?
You sent, yeah, that's the picture you
Oh,
sent
wow,
us
that looks really nice.
yesterday.
It's
Wait, he sent
super
the photo?
shiny.
You didn't show me.
I didn't. Well, we were at the lake.
Yeah. Okay. The lake you went. That's far.
Yeah.
Well, we went to Tucson originally, and we were going to go to Patagonia. But then it was like super full. So then we just changed plans last minute and went to that other place, which was like totally empty, which was cool. But one of our friends is moving to Utah next week. So
Another
yeah,
one?
like a very last minute like going away thing, and so we just didn't have plans, so we just decided to go.
Oh, that's cool. I was gonna say,
fun.
guys, if you want to go to the lake, I can show you a couple other ones that are a lot closer. I was like, wow. It looked really cool though,
Yeah, this is the one.
because I was like, I've never heard of this lake before, so I had to do research. Sorry, I stalked your Instagram. I was like, what the trash? What lake is this?
I was
Where
thinking
are
when
they?
I looked at the location, I was like, some people are gonna be like, wow, it's really far
Yeah, why did
away.
they go over there?
But we were originally going to Tucson, and then we just went to that one.
Gotcha. Because the lakes are open now.
Mm-hmm.
Yay.
Yeah.
So
River.
in fact, my dad was like, "Let's go today," and I don't know how
Yeah.
serious he was. So we're
Although
making
he's-
sure our plans are
He's
pretty.
been saying it for weeks. I bet he's pretty serious. He
We
wants
love
to go.
wakeboarding.
Our friend just bought a boat, so
Nice.
he's gonna be out.
Nice.
I don't know why or how. He said just that government stimmy check.
Oh gosh, so it's probably a boat that won't work very well, and
Yeah.
you're gonna spend so much money fixing it. Boats cost so much money because either you have to spend it all up front and get a nice boat, or you get a
Yeah.
terrible boat and you spend all your days spending money trying to get it to work. I can't tell you how many boats we have hitched onto and helped drag back home because to the dock because they're like, we tried it.
Yeah, we'll call you
We'll
when
call
you have
you.
to come get us.
We literally had that. We saved people from a sinking boat. We had to take them and put them in our boat because their boat was literally like sunk. Like we couldn't even pull it
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, it was
It's
terrifying.
crazy.
Like they just left it. Yes,
Just
okay. David Parks said it's always better to have a friend with a boat. Amen. Or a father with a boat. That's why I said I have the best pool, and it's 5 miles away at my dad's house. That's how you do it. I have horses. We just gotta drive over there. It's amazing. So, not all of us are privileged like that, but I'm thankful for it because I got a boat. Actually, I'm a part owner of the boat though.
You are. You did.
I
pay
helped
for it.
with the down payment. It's the dumbest decision I've ever made in my life, but Dave Ramsey would not have been. See, that was back in the day when we had so much savings. We didn't have any children. Yeah, anyways, we don't have to go into that, but Dad's like, you got it. Come on, go in with me. You're going to use it just as much as me, which is true.
It's very true.
So, yeah, I'm a part owner.
I'm bummed I missed out on that year when you took all the college students out on the boat.
Yeah, I got surrounded by skunks. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, skunks.
It was the worst, best trip of my life. It was terrible, but amazing. So, it was like, we had like, what was that? Was that a year before you came?
That was
Like the May before.
I think it was the May before because I
No,
think I
it was
came
an
in.
August trip. So I think it was the full
Oh, was
year.
it?
Yeah, it was August. It was before school started.
Wasn't Zhang? Zhang was there though, right?
No.
It was before Zhang too.
Yeah, it was just me and Brandon.
Oh.
It was me and Jean. At the time.
Oh,
Right.
gotcha.
Yeah, so I was like, this would be so great. Let's do a boat trip. This was the first year. Yeah, this was like, okay, let's get college students together. And this was like my vision of college, like at Cal Baptist. Like we just go to the beach every weekend. So it's like, of course. And it was great. A lot of people came. There's like, and it wound up being like almost all dudes, like almost across the board. I think it was
I
all
thought
dudes.
it was all.
all dudes.
Yeah.
I think a couple girls came like in the middle of the day and then left. But anyways, it was fun. I had one boat though, and I had two other people that said they would bring a boat. They never brought a boat. So I spent half of my day picking people up from the dock, taking them to the camp, going back to the dock. I spent like $500 on gas that day.
Yeah.
And they were like, we'll reimburse you later. I was like, I don't have later. Like, I can't go home until I have this money back. It was totally terrible planning. But then we were at Saguaro Lake, and there's this campsite, but you have to take your boat to it, which I thought was cool. Like a campsite that you could only go to via boat. There's a reason nobody was there. Skunks everywhere. We started setting up camp, and they started swarming around us, like marking their territory. I was terrified. And I know the trick that if you guys are worried about snakes, you get a long rope and you just put it around your camp. And I don't know, David, you can probably approve or deny this, but I've always learned that snakes don't cross over ropes like that. So, like, you're good. I don't know any trick to keep skunks away. So one guy was lucky. He wasn't lucky. He had a hammock. So I thought that was smart because it was above the ground, like just swinging. But they can like climb on the tree and jump in, and that's more terrifying. Like he was exposed. So I was in a tent, and I'm not joking, you would hear them right outside the tent. And I had that stupid small tent that's like you're climbing Mount Everest, and so you just like throw it, and it's like Goofy movie style. You just throw it, and boom. It's amazing.
Yeah, that's how it is. Yeah.
You have one?
Yeah, because we went camping in the dirt the other day.
Yeah, so it's like boom, and so I just was in there, and it was like sniffing. Oh, it was terrifying. I did not enjoy a second of that. I thought, anyways, we survived. That was a good story, and we still have 10 minutes before service starts.
Good times, good times.
It's you guys on screen.
What else we got?
We're losing viewers. Can you guys do something? We're not. I'm just joking. But
What did you tell them about?
Didn't I talk about that last week? Or no?
Maybe.
what?
I was going to say that trip that you went on with the skunks is like what Caleb thought was happening to us when we went camping in the dirt the other day.
It wasn't the other day. It was like 2 weeks ago.
It was like 2 weeks ago, yeah. Felt like we're surrounded by like animals that were like coming up to the tent and like sniffing it because they're annoying. I don't think there are any animals.
Well, because the wind was making us rub against the tent, was brushing against the branches.
I was sound asleep, so I don't even know about this. But
so I kept waking up and like hitting the tent to try and scare them off because I was like, if I just hit it, then they'll run away. But it was just the wind. And then I threw up profusely because I ate a bay leaf on accident.
You got really sick, yeah.
David Park says, so how about them insert sports team? There is no sports to talk about right now. And then Jim said, how was your week, everyone? Which I would love for people to talk about how their week was. For me, I am still enjoying the rule of life. Scripture Before Digital for me has just been so good. In fact, me and Jordan had a discussion this week because with her job, and so she was just talking about like, oh man, today was rough or whatever. And I'm like, I don't want to hear about like the first thing I see when I wake up in the morning. So it's nice that I don't touch my phone or give my Bible, and then I read about just that your night was rough.
Yeah.
But
Jordan's like cool.
That was a discussion.
It was. I was slightly annoyed.
And it's so convenient. This rule of life graphic goes right over you. I hope you guys are still doing it. It's all the way to the 21st. Honestly, we would hope that this is something that you always do. If I'm honest, this is kind of a rhythm that I've kind of picked up in my life since we kind of did this a long time ago. So it just continues. But I would encourage you guys. What? Is there a funny comment? Or are you laughing at me?
No, I'm laughing at Dave's comment.
Modern man is fortunate that past man defeated nature, so we don't have to. That's good. Because Caleb would get eaten by squirrels. He's always here to help with the chat.
It was just
the wind.
Yeah, it was just the wind.
Jackrabbits the size of like small beetles.
They weren't there.
Did you just what did he say?
Small beetles? Is that what you
Is that
said?
what you said?
Beagle?
Oh,
a dog?
beagle. I'm like beetles.
Okay, he makes fun of me because I do that too. You said a jackrabbit the size of a small beagle, So then I said that. What did I say?
The size
The
of,
size of
like,
a-
it's so
of a
big. It's the
miniature
size of a
horse?
miniature horse. I'm like, you don't say something's big and then talk about how something's miniature.
But like
That's
a
a
miniature horse is still
You
big.
said those tumbleweeds are huge. They're like a miniature horse. It's like,
I
But
do
what
that all the time.
size? What animal is the size of a miniature horse?
I don't
Other
know.
than-
Yeah.
what? No, it's a tumbleweed. Oh, what
No,
else?
what could I have compared it to?
A huge dog.
Yeah.
I'm
Beethoven.
just-
What's
I
that
do all the
Beethoven
time,
dog?
Though. I'll say that, but in comparison, it is big. A miniature horse. Is
But you
big.
have to see the irony. That's
I know
huge.
it's just funny. Well, he said
Like
it,
a miniature
so I thought
horse.
It was funny.
I actually, Jim. So for my birthday, I really go. I don't know if it's going to be open, but for my birthday in about a month, I want to go to Odyssey Aquarium and just
That is so funny. To
dive
Face
right
your
in.
fears.
Yeah.
But we were at our friend's house the other day, and he has all these fish, and he wouldn't even go in the room with the fish tank. So that's why I'm like, I don't know how Odyssey's gonna work.
No, it's going to be great. It'll be a good time.
Oh, that's a good one. A ram.
I guess so. Probably. It was for the
Yeah.
moment, okay? It's just the first thing that popped in my head.
Yeah, it was funny. It
It
was
was on
cute.
our way to California to Disneyland, and we laughed for quite a
Incorrect.
while.
It was on our way to San Francisco.
Was it really?
Yeah.
That trip when Faith was little?
I was just thinking about that trip this morning, of all things.
That's funny.
Irony of that. So, all right, guys, we got 5 minutes. Excited about today. We're talking about prayer, 4 ways to pray. It's actually a quick message, quick in our world. Our usual typical message is 30 to 35 minutes, about 26 minutes long. And, David Park says you could pretend to be me. I have a membership. Oh, nice. He does at the Odyssey. So he goes there a lot. And then where do we bring in a video camera to, Jim? To see him, see fish? If so, absolutely. But I don't think he invited any of us to his birthday party.
Watch Caleb watch fish.
Yeah. Well, I tried to do that in Malaysia.
Yeah, I
It's-
wish we had that on video.
I just stand there internalizing my deepest fears.
Yeah. Yeah.
I wish we had on video the restaurant.
I do too. That was
I
the
wish that was on video.
There's a reason it wasn't on video.
that was so
Because I wasn't there. Thank you, Casey. St.
I
Bernard
have
dog.
never
That's what I was
seen
trying to think of. That's
Caleb
Beethoven.
Flip out like that before.
Okay, guys, real quick. We went to Malaysia, and I was sicker than a dog. My stomach was just killing me. I thought it's not smart to go to a restaurant. Long story. There's actual restrooms here at this hotel. You never know where you're going to go when you go to Southeast Asia.
Sure.
And you guys had the best night of your lives. You made sure to tell me, too. This was the best night ever. And as a 7, it was the worst thing for me to hear. I wanted you to have a good time, but not a great time. You guys had the best time. And that was super sanctifying.
right? She was like, "Oh my gosh, this just happened! Oh my gosh!"
A play-by-play of how amazing the night was. I had to put my phone away.
Needless to say, he was not happy with me for like a day.
Why did you have to rub that in? It was bad. I was here sicker than a dog, and you're like, this is the best night ever.
No, I was just Caleb's reaction was cracking me up.
Yeah, that was funny.
I still feel a little bit of weird, like, I'm bothered
FOMO.
still. Like, I got FOMO right now. If we could only replay that night so I could film it all.
Get that moment back for you. It's
Don't.
just gone.
It is a weird phobia, David. You're absolutely right. We could get into it, but we're out of time. I have a theory about why it happened, a childhood traumatic event. So, but it's not important. We don't need to do it.
Well, thanks, everybody, for tuning in. I want to give you guys enough time to hop on over just the same YouTube channel. Just go and watch that. It's about prayer today. And then again, remind you guys, let us know if you have any questions. But we'll see you guys in person next week at 6 o'clock p.m. Not in the, well,
You just got to
think
clarify.
everybody. Yeah, we always got to clarify. Thanks, everybody who commented. We love you guys. We cannot wait to see you face to face. It's going to be amazing. We're so excited for that. Okay, another comment in, but we're gonna land the plane. Love you guys. See you soon. Bye.